Hello, hello, Hannah the Suburban Witch here, and today we have Kate Forsyth's Fairytale Oracle. Now, I've been excited to open this one because I've read some of I've read one of Kate Forsyth's books, and it was pretty good, so I'm excited to see how this one goes. Really pretty looking from the outside. It's listed here as US $28.95. UK $20.99. Can't even remember how much it is in Australia. Apparently it is $25 on Amazon. So let's open her up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. Okie dokie. Oh, I thought this was a drop top box. This is a side open box. I don't know what to call it. Do you know what to call it? All right, fairy tales are stories in which the suffering at last comes to an end. Okay, well, it looks very fancy. I like the color, the red with the gold. Full color guidebook. Excelente. Ooh, okay. Nice red ribbon. Feels fancy. Okay, there we go. All right, nice gold borders. That is pretty. And I think this is a 44. Ooh, what is it? 44 card guidebook. 44 card deck plus guidebook. We got there. All right. It's really matte, just like papery. Not papery in terms of thin or thick, in terms of just papery. It's a little bit linen finish. I don't know if you're gonna get that. Try and catch the light. Anyway, you can trust me on that. Let's have a little look. All right, so I like straight up, the imagery is really, really pretty. Rapunzel, so we have the name of the fairy tale, which is great, because otherwise I'd be like, who are we talking about here? So Rapunzel, stolen herb. That's right, she stole the... No, isn't that Rumpelstiltskin? We're gonna get to that, I'm sure. Stolen herb and desire is listed under it. We're still on Rapunzel. Tower, liberation. Ladder of hair, spiritual ascension. Healing tears, cathartic release. Sleeping Beauty, spinning wheel, thread of fate. Deep sleep, time to retreat. Hedge of thorns, time to blossom. The kiss, integration. Rags and ashes, injustice. Now we're on to Cinderella. Cinderella, fairy godmother, assistance. Midnight clock, time flies. So it looks like there's 3 to 4 cards for each fairy tale. Glass slipper, recognition. Now we're on to Beauty and the Beast. Aren't these so pretty? Rose, love is worth the risk. Beast, compassion. Beauty and the Beast, magic ring, constancy. Consent, the power to choose. Now we're on to The Little Mermaid. Sea, listen to your unconscious. Sun, be bright. Bog, threshold. Dagger, seize the sword. Bluebeard, face your shadow. I used to love the story of Bluebeard. I don't know why. Bloody key, unlocking. Forbidden chamber, disobedience. Rescue, save yourself. Now we're on to Hansel and Gretel. Dark forest, initiation. Gingerbread house, sustenance for body and soul. Wicked witch, malevolence. Dove, guidance. Now we're on to Little Red Riding Hood. Red Hood, test of courage. Crossroads, choose your way. Grandmother, ancient wisdom. Wolf, don't be afraid of your wild side. I don't know, I feel like we should be afraid of Wolf because he was the bad guy. Wild swans. Is this like the Swan Princess, maybe? Creative inspiration. Nettle, resolutely face your difficulties. I like that each one has sort of like a colour theme as well. Silenced, a time to keep silent and a time to speak. Flame, regeneration. Rumpelstiltskin, spinning straw, impossible task. Imp, embrace your inner wild child. Riddle, be open to possibilities. True name, know yourself. Snow White, white as snow, transition. Magic mirror, self-reflection. Apple, knowledge. And glass coffin, rebirth. Super pretty. Let's have a look at the guidebook. All right. Because I feel it's relevant, we're going to just talk about Kate Forsyth, Dr. Kate Forsyth, who is the author of this deck. So she has a doctorate of creative arts in fairytale studies. So I feel like she's pretty well primed to write this deck. She's an accredited master storyteller. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so it starts out with a story of the author's life growing up and what fairy tales meant to them. It says these are designed to be used both as regular mindful rituals to bring you strength and purpose, and also as a source of solace and healing in times of trouble. Each fairy tale is illuminated by a brief retelling of the tale, its history and variations, then a deeper examination of 4 of its key motifs. You can shuffle the cards and draw at random, or choose to study the history and meaning of each individual fairy tale as a way of better understanding why that tale seems to be speaking to you personally at this time. That is wonderful. Okay, and then we have some card ideas, spread ideas, etc. All right, and then we go into it. So let us dive right in. I'm actually quite excited by this deck. I think it's really pretty. I know prettiness isn't everything, but I'm a sucker for aesthetics. All right, so it's super pretty. Oh, I promise I know how to shuffle cards. All right. Super pretty. It is interesting. It is different. I don't have another deck like it. So that is good. All right. I like some originality. Now, I'm on my tabletop here, so it's always going to be a little bit tricky. Cards always don't like to shuffle, spread it first very well, unless they're playing stock style. Okay, playing cardstock style, like a standard Rider-Waite-Smith. What am I asking? What am I asking? I guess what deeper meaning do I need to dive into right now? Hansel and Gretel, Dark Forest. Now, I would like to invite you at this point to, if you haven't watched it already, watch the unboxing I did of Mandy M's deck, which I'll show you here, which is the Witchcraft Therapy Oracle. Because I'm doing batch filming, right? I just finished that one and I've just gone to this one. And this one says Dark Forest, and the card I pulled in that one was Dark Winter. And it's a really sunny day, and I'm in a very good mood. What's going on? All right, Dark Forest Initiation. Let's have a look. Card number 25. Can't even remember what I asked now. Dark Forest Initiation. Dark Face. You will face many dangers in the dark forest. It's ominous. Bright Face. You will return from the forest transfigured. Okay, so we got an up and a down. The Fairytale forest is a mysterious and magical place where beasts, witches, and wild men lurk, and trees whisper and walk. Anything can happen. Symbolically stands for the unconscious, the unknown, and the irrational. The fear of losing your way. It's also a place where life thrives. Certain trees, such as oak, ash, and thorn, were of great spiritual significance to the Celts, and ash is important in Norse mythology as the Yggdrasil tree of life. I don't ever think I say that right. For Indigenous Australians, I like we're referring here to Indigenous Australians, trees can be vital links in maintaining connection with the landscape. The idea of forests as sensitive and sentient communities with the ability to communicate has been confirmed by science. So many ancient stories work on a basic structural pattern of separation, initiation, and return, where the hero is separated from their ordinary life, travels into another realm where they face a series of trials and tribulations before they return transfigured. 100%. Hansel and Gretel clearly follows this pattern. Alright, so the underlying theme with the other card from earlier and this one, I'm just kind of getting this nature sense and like maybe I need to get outside. Drawing dark forest means you may be facing some kind of test or separation from what you know. Dangers could lie ahead, but you carry within you the strength and resilience you need. Go somewhere in nature. Take off your shoes and stand barefoot under a tree. Breathe deeply, touch its bark with your hands and listen to the wind in the branches. I mean, in my backyard I have a quite small frangipani tree with no leaves and no flowers because it's the middle of winter. But I could definitely touch its bark. I will not hear anything through its leaves because it has none. Stay as long as you need. Okay, cool. So I'm just getting some nature vibes. But I think this is a really interesting deck and I'm really excited to get into it a little bit deeper. What do you think about this concept? I think it's a great concept. Are there any ones I wish were in there? What have we got? Hansel and Gretel, Rapunzel. I feel like it's covered the main fairy tales. The only other one that's coming to my mind is the Ice Princess one, which was turned into Frozen with the ice in her heart. I used to love that growing up. My grandmother used to read it to me. I think fairy tales are great because they have hidden meanings. They have symbolic meanings underneath them, and then we all generally have our own, relationship with different stories based on our own childhood and learning of them. So I'm excited. I think this is great. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it as well. Again, if you want to see any cards closer up, just pop a comment below and I will film it directly. And did you know, if you are one of my Suburban Witches Society members, every month we do a reading. So you get a reading every single month. And you can, even if you can't make the live call, you can submit a question. You can always request a deck. So if you see a deck here and you're like, oh my God, I want a card pulled from that, then jump in and be a member. You could just be a member for a month if you want. And that's like a very small amount to pay for a reading with me. It's the cheapest way you can get a reading with me. But you don't just get readings. You get resources, classes that aren't available to the public. Like, you get all of that. And even if you're up for a month, it is very, very affordable for what you get in the society. It's amazing. And then you could go, Hannah, pull me a card from the Fairytale Oracle, please. And I will. So that's pretty fun. I hope to see you in the society. It is the best place to connect with me and to get the best bang for your buck in terms of what I promote, what I do, all of that. As always, I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world today. And I'll catch you next time.